My name is Banis Kitum. I would like to put my voices around issues of conservation within Elgeyo Marakwet County. Elgeyo Marakwet has had one of the largest carbon sinks in the Republic of Kenya for a very long time, but this has been eroded over time, and now our forests have reduced in terms of size and the strengths to absorb carbon. I want to say that the problem has come because people have reduced conservation into tree planting. And conservation is not only about tree planting, because tree planting doesn't give us immediate benefits. It takes a very long time, like even 20, 30 years for us to realize the benefits of tree planting. It could be one way of building a resilient future, but we also need to come to the current reality of how do we live with the current climate realities. The way out for us is to focus on adaptation, and that is living with the situation the way it is. Adaptation calls for innovation around food security, because climate changes has created a shift in rainfall patterns, and this has affected our food security so much. So we need to look at how do we adapt to the changes in weather patterns so that we are able to grow food, climate resistant food, like varieties which can resist drought. We also need to focus on how do we make our ecosystem resilient. I was looking at the hanging Fale, which is starting from Jamestown in Endo Ward to Kapkayo in Keyo South. That stretch of land, which is the hanging Fale, has had bamboo canopy and shrubs for a very long time, which has always supported the soils. The roots have been very strong, and they made sure that the soils are not loose. So when the rains come, they made sure that it doesn't wash away. So landslides were very rare during those days. So for us to adapt, we need to see how can we live with it. And growing like bamboo, the giant bamboo, it takes a very short time. It takes like only 3 years, and then it is ready. Growing it along that stretch can really support our environment, as well as offering benefits to the residents of the area. Bamboo is very good. We can make medicine from bamboo. There is a medicine called activated charcoal, which is rated now in the world. We can make construction materials from the bamboo. We can make furniture from bamboo. We can make even fiber from bamboo. So if we focus on planting bamboos around that area, we will be able to create jobs for our young people, as well as generate income for our county. We can also plant coffee. Coffee trees are very good. The coffee has the same characteristics like the vegetation which has been in that escarpment. So if we plant coffee, they take a very short time to grow, and then people will get livelihoods as well as protecting the environment. So our focus should actually be on adaptation, because changes in conservation have led to changes in climate, and it has also affected even our health systems, whereby with changes in climate, new pathogens are released from the environment. Maybe it's getting more warmer, or they are displaced from the areas where they were, and then they are getting into the land surface, and this gets transmitted into people. Being careful and learning, innovating around our health system will help us address the problems which are coming from the changes in our climate. Our focus should be around investing on innovation and not focusing only on the resources. Currently, there is a lot of goodwill from the world to support those communities who have preserved the environment, those people who are offering carbon sinks. And you can see that the people who have access and control to these resources have hijacked these funds, like the carbon credits. Carbon credits is a fund which is meant to encourage communities who have protected their forests so that they benefit from it, because they have conserved the environment for us. They need to benefit from it. So this is direct funds which is being given to communities who have a large protected forests. But you find that this carbon credit is not reaching the community. There is very little knowledge around carbon credits. People don't understand what it is. It's only the elite who know about it. So they grab this money, and then they just let a trickle of it reach the community. So the community will not be willing to continue conserving the forests because they are not getting any benefits. Actually, the forests were for their livelihoods. They used to get their food, graze their animals, it is their water, it is their honey, it is their firewood, it's everything. But if they don't get benefit from this forest, then they will not protect it. So I think we should really have a very clear plan of how does this like carbon credits get to the community. It should not remain in the hands of government. It should not remain in the hands of elite conservationists who are just about grabbing this money, and then they let only very small of this get into the people at the grassroots. Issues of conservation, especially along Elgeyo Marakwet, is as a relationship insecurity, because the current cattle rustling is about competition for for scarce resources. That is one angle, but we have other angles, which is basically crime. This crime is motivated by access to animals, access to resources within those areas. So addressing conservation could be one way of addressing insecurity along the Kerio Valley.